Good morning, market snappers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot. That was the usual case before the baby. Post baby, it's been like 9:01, 9:02, 9:03, 9:04, sometimes 9 o'clock. But it used to be the norm that we would start right exactly at 9 a.m. And now it's become more of the normal that we don't start right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, we're going to blame the baby, right? She can't talk back to me, so not yet. So with that, good morning, good morning, good morning. This Friday, right? TGIF. Hope everyone has a good weekend. And let me know in the comments. You got anything cool going on? We don't have too much going on this weekend. Most likely next weekend we do, but not this weekend. We're just kind of chill out with the baby and probably go out to eat or something like that. But other than that, obviously get outside, go to the park every day. Maybe a small hike. I don't know. Maybe a trip down the beach. I don't know. It's like 7 or 8 miles away. So with that, we'll see. We'll see. But we got to get outside. That's for sure. Man, we had that FOMC meeting. Do we care? So many narratives flying out there. You got two camps. You got the two narrative camps, right? 50 basis points reduction, market crash, right? 50 basis points reduction, and we go to the moon, right? We got two completely different narrative scenarios out there. And do we care, right? Do we care? Oh, Bitcoin was pumping after the FOMC. Like, yeah, but it already had a buy signal on the daily chart like 2 days before that. And you would be late to the party if you're waiting for the FOMC. Yeah, it's probably good for volatility on a day trade or a scalp, right? If you're scalping the market, because it brings a lot of volatility. But so besides the day trade or scalping, it does, in my own personal opinion, obviously none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for education purposes only. And obviously, we hope to have a little bit of entertainment along the way, making fun of me for my pronunciations or whatever. But the fact that if you think it impacts the swing trading on the daily chart, it doesn't. Not for me. In my own personal opinion, it doesn't impact it whatsoever. Yes, it could impact it on a day trade or scalp, right? Because it there's more volatility. But other than that, this is already playing out. Last week, right? It was already playing out last week, way before the FOMC, right? So way back here on September 10th, got a candle close back above the trading dots. Way back here, it started on the 12th and the 13th, started getting pending buy signals on the daily chart. Price came all the way back Monday the 16th, retested the trading dots, and then started pushing back up with another pending buy signal on Tuesday. And then we finally had the FOMC on Wednesday, right? So doesn't impact the daily chart swing trading whatsoever, in my own personal opinion. So that's that, right? That's that. Got a lot to cover. We're probably just gonna plow right through this because I'm gonna try to keep Fridays to like 30 to 45 minutes. I got a lot of other things I want to get caught up on. So DJ, yep. On any sell signal on the 4-hour chart? Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. There is bearish divergence. There is reversed candle. Could come back for a retracement, but it's an uptrend right now. No sell signal on the 4-hour chart. Good morning. Good morning, Johnny, longtime market sniper. Johnny C, welcome back. Good to see you on here. Okay. Yep. Nothing new there. Nothing new there, Doc. Okay. That's about it. All right. I think we've covered it all. All right. We'll see you on Monday. Just kidding. Just kidding. But before we get too crazy into the charts, let's get over here and warm up the trigger fingers, right? And let's hit that like button. Let's go over here and hit that repost button and throw in a quick emoji, right? Throw in a quick emoji. Don't even have to type in like, "Hey, Jesse." just do something, right? Just do something. It takes 5 seconds. Do you see how fast that was? 5 seconds. Wow. Salamandrin killing it today. 1,600 viewers. What do we have? What do we have? Let's refresh. Let's refresh it. Ooh, 172. We are gaining. We are gaining momentum. 5 minutes, 172. So there we go. We got 3 likes. That is it. That is it. I do have to say thank you for all of your support because recently in the last couple of weeks, there's been more likes on the Twitter X app. YouTubers always do a good job, but the Twitter X app followers are doing a much better job smashing the like button. So want to give you guys a shout out too. Some of you are on both apps because you're animals, right? Because you're animals. I appreciate that. Yep. Bitcoin dominance daily chart has bearish divergence and a reverse candle. Yep, pointing that out. We'll cover this more in about 5 minutes. Okay. So let's get back on the live stream. So this is a daily chart, right? Still putting in lower highs and lower lows as of right now. Still has work to do, right? This was bullish divergence, and the bullish divergence is now cleared, but doesn't mean it couldn't be a trend reversal. But we still have cautions, right? So I removed the first target just for visual purposes. This is target 2, target 3, target 4, based off of higher time frames, right? So this is different than the daily chart. These are based off of higher time frames. So there's still cautions based off of the 2-week chart had an RSI sell signal. The 3-week chart had an RSI sell signal. So there are cautions out there. So just be aware of that. Caesar, welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So that's that. And why? Because we're not out of the woods yet. Out of the woods would be, daily candle closes back above 73,150-ish, right? 160, call it, I don't know, 150-ish, 73,150-ish. Then we would be out of the woods. We've been talking about that for 5 or 6 months now. We are not out of the woods yet until we get daily candle closes back above 73,150-ish, 100-ish, right? Somewhere around there. And then if you kind of move down here, there's a lot of resistance, right? It is back above the original weekly horizontal. So that's a positive. You get the trending dots still way back here. So doesn't mean it couldn't come back if the bottom were in, right? And we don't know if it is or not because the higher time frames have some bearish signs, right? Some bearish signs. So if the bottom was in at 49,500-ish, there's still a lot of work to do, right? There's still a lot of work to do, right? Still could come back test it, right? And go like that and let the trending dots catch up. But if it's bearish, could get rejected here, could come all the way back up higher, get rejected here, could have a crazy epic bounce, come all the way back up here, still get rejected, and still not make a new all-time high, right? So it's got a lot of work to do. The bullish case is, lets trending dots catch up, flips this resistance into support, and continues higher. But there's a lot of resistance up here that could say, hey, longer term, it's more bearish, and that based off of that, the if you go on to the, we've covered this so many times that we won't spend too much time on it. But if you look at the RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart, RSI sell signal on the 3-week chart, the overall longer term trend could be down. I don't remember what those were for. Let's erase that. You got the 200-week movie average down here below $40,000, right? Below 40,000 as of right now. So, we'll see what happens. That's a 2-week chart. 3-week chart had the RSI sell signal as well. Said expect bounces along the way. Could be an epic bounce. And so that's what we're kind of seeing. Since that 49,500 wick, it's up 27%. So that's a pretty good bounce. But it doesn't mean that we're going to the moon, right? So it's caution. It's caution. Caution. Daily chart is bullish. So if you're a swing trader, the daily chart is bullish, had the bullish divergence, all that stuff. We're just remaining cautiously optimistic, except the negative is the 2-week and the 3-week RSI sell signals, right? So in the past, I've pointed that out. In the past, it's signaled that eventually, could take a long time to play out, eventually the 200-week moving average could be retested. So if you want more details, go check out previous live streams. I've spent a lot of time on it. Or DM me in the Discord if you have questions about it. Let me know. Happy to talk with you about it in the Discord as well. Can't get back to everyone on the Twitter X app. There's just a lot. It's a lot. And I gotta stay hyper focused on what's going on over there. Yep. Bitcoin dominance, right? Bearish divergence. Still an uptrend, but there's some signs that maybe the altcoins will come out to play a little bit more. They've been beaten up pretty bad. So what if Bitcoin, is bullish and, comes back, hits target 1, gets a retracement, target 3, target 4, right? Something like that. What if does that? Meanwhile, the altcoins catch a bounce and get some of their retracement targets to the upside, right? About the same time. So just meaning that the altcoins could be more bullish than Bitcoin on this swing trade. So you got bearish divergence, you got reversal candle, see if it puts in a lower high, comes back down, right? Who knows if it hits 1 target, 2 target, 3 target, 4 target, 4, something like that. So it's possible. It's possible. So we'll see what happens, but just pointing out bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle, right? So could look like something like that on the Bitcoin dominance. And then if it's doing something like that, going through this correction, Bitcoin could be bullish or trading sideways. Meanwhile, you've got Ethereum, hit the 200-week moving average not once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different daily candles hit the 200-week moving average, finally bounced off of it, candle closed back above the trading dots, buy a signal, now price is making a move. Past target 1 already, was already hit multiple times. Target 2, probabilities are increasing. Then we'll see about target 3. And then coming up in the target 4 area that has a lot of confluence. We got the $3,000 CME gap, the yellow dotted line. We got multiple other reasons why price can come back up into that area for Ethereum. So you can see that kind of lines up with, if you're kind of looking into October, right? Just say middle of October, just for fun. And if this were to happen, middle of October, right? Possibly Bitcoin comes down, hits target 1, target 2, etc. And so on and so on. Middle of October, right? So just it's a possibility. Seems like it's kind of lining up that we could probably hit some of these retracement targets on Ethereum and some of these other altcoins, maybe all the way up to this is target 4, by the way. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing over there. What's happening? Nothing? Okay. All right, let's keep going. Head check one of my alerts. Solana, breaking news. Target 3 out of 4 targets have been hit to the upside. We had bullish divergence. We had possible higher low over here. So bullish divergence followed by a possible higher low. Let's go. Hit target 2, hit target 3. This is target 4. Target 1 was removed just for visual purposes on Solana. Breaking news over there. Sand had a buy signal a couple days ago before the that was on the FOMC. Yeah, it was on Wednesday, right? But we've been talking about this way before the FOMC meeting. It's like this, it's so silly, in my opinion, right? I don't trade based off of fundamentals whatsoever. I'm aware of them. I know what's going on. I'm aware of it. Earnings, insider trading, liquidations, FOMC, Jerome, all that stuff. I'm aware of what's going on. Battles or wars going on, all that stuff. Like the economy, right? I'm aware of it all. But when it comes to making business decisions on swing trading, it's all about the charts for me. It's all about the charts, right? I'm aware of it. And certain negative things could push price down in a correction, could add to the fuel of the fire. Positive reports while things are pumping could add to it. But other than that, I'm aware of it. I just, I don't make business decisions based off fundamentals or narratives or news or anything like that, purely based on the charts. And we've been covering this since April, June, July, August, September, right? Bullish divergence, bullish divergence, bullish divergence on the charts, no matter what is happening out there. Then we were talking about this starting to look like a possible higher low, right? That is the higher probability that we're going to hit some more retracement targets to the upside. It takes time to play out. It takes time for the ship to get turned around. And here we are. The probabilities are increasing. These targets were drawn from this bottom wick here on August 5th. And here we are, September 20th. Finally, the ship's starting to get turned around. And the probabilities are increasing that we're going to go up and hit target 1 on sand, right? Never a guarantee. Never a guarantee. So that's sand. That's what we're looking at. There was a buy signal on Wednesday. Similar thoughts to these other altcoins. You've got near. You have the double bottom. You got the higher low. Let's go. Broke out of the downward trend line. Back up into target 1. These targets are still valid from August 5th. Like I said, same is true on near, in my personal opinion. Takes time for it to play out. This was a lot of pain. If you didn't sell back here and then re-enter, you probably held through a lot of pain. So here we are. Or you closed out with a loss, right? Whatever. And then whether or not that scared you from not taking another position, and you probably would have made it. You'd probably be back to close to even already. But let's see. But probably not, because 95% of traders out there lose money. And maybe most likely it's not because of the strategy, right? You could have a winning strategy and not execute it, right? So if you can't execute a winning strategy based off of your emotions, maybe you got in too early, maybe you got in too late, maybe you got out too early, maybe you never got out, right? Maybe you're good at the buy signals, but you suck at the sell signals, right? You lack discipline, you lack patience, you let the emotions get to the best of you. Everyone says it, but it's true. And I didn't, I've always heard that and thought about that, but it wasn't until I saw people not being able to execute what I do, uh, that there are issues with people not being able to execute trades, right? They let emotions get the best of them, whether it's your Bitcoin biased, your gold biased, not to mention any names, uh, altcoin bias, whatever altcoin it is, insert here. Whatever your bias to the downside, your bias to the upside, whatever it is, it hinders your trading, right? It does. It does. It does. It does. Or you're trying to get rich quick and you're not treating it like a business. There's many reasons why you can't execute trades, not just one, right? There are many reasons why that it's uh the deck is stacked against you. So it's a small percentage. It's not for everybody. Running a business isn't for everybody. Trading and running your trading like a business isn't for everybody. It's hard. It takes a lot of work, an obsessive amount of time on the charts. And they say, and it's true, once it becomes boring, because you got to be more robotic to the best of your ability, and the longer you stare at charts and the more trades you take, the more robotic and the less emotional you are. It becomes boring, and that's when you'll most likely find success. So if you do, but most people don't. So there's that. Filecoin, similar thoughts, bullish divergence, possible double bottom, possible higher low, break the downward trend line, possible higher low. Let's go. What else? What did you say? I believe we talked about BTC on your posts. I think it will be bullish Q4. I know you were calling $30,000 to $40,000. No, I wasn't. I wasn't calling that. I said it's possible price goes down and retests the 200-week moving average based off of uh, the RSI 2-week sell signal. I've already covered this. I'm not gonna get into it, but that's not what I was never calling for $30,000 to $40,000. It could, it definitely could, right? But I'm not saying it definitely 100% with certainty is going to $30,000 to $40,000, right? Uh, the signs are the RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart, the RSI sell signal on the 3-week chart. Go back to previous live streams. I've covered this a million times. So if you can't remember what I said, you should go back to the other live streams. It's bullish on the daily chart right now, and I'm a swing trader based off of the daily chart. So that's what I'm watching now, with the caution of the higher time frames that these targets could get hit. Right now, only target 2 has been hit, not once but twice. But it is possible that based off of the higher time frames, it could still bounce wherever the bounce is and then come back down like this, right? And then maybe come out like that. So many possibilities out there, but that would be a possibility, right? But I'm not saying for sure it's going to 30 to $49,000. Watch Disney. You can watch Disney. Yeah. You probably have to pay for a subscription, but you could definitely watch Disney. Just kidding. What else? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's sand near. Yep, covered all that. Filecoin, mana, had the bullish divergence, right? All go, right? They all start looking similar, so I don't spend as much time on them. Don't need that on there. Cardano, bullish divergence, right? Higher low. Let's go. So that's Cardano, Dot, AVAX, Chainlink. Mm-hmm. Yup. Chainlink back in the target one, right? Fetch.ai. Breaking news. Somebody lit the daily candle on fire for Fetch.ai, right? So there we go. A lot of these came close to retesting 200-week moving average. We don't know if Bitcoin will or not. Ethereum tested it how many times? 10 daily candles. Bitcoin has not yet. So that's a possibility, right? We don't know if it will or not. What else? Rarible, not much going on there. Let's switch gears over the indices. We're already at 25 minutes. We're going to plow through it real quick. So SP 500 did make a new all-time high. The Dow Jones did make a new all-time high. NASDAQ has not on this last bounce. So will it? That's a question mark, right? So you're kind of into this horizontal channel, right? For right now. So we'll see if it makes a new all-time high or not. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, right? So we'll see. SP 500, this is what I'm talking about, did make a new all-time high. It's possible it's a bull trap. It's possible it's a bull trap and additional bearish divergence. Oh, it's possible. Too early to say. Way too early. Come on, Jesse. Let's get this. Let's get this figured out. Let's see. Boom. There we go. There we go. It's possible it's additional bearish divergence. There is a gap down there. It's possible this is a bull trap and additional bearish divergence. We don't know. We don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but it is bullish. It is making new all-time highs as of right now. Dow Jones. Zach, thoughts over there on the Dow Jones. Additional bearish divergence, possible, not confirmed yet. Possible bearish divergence again. And this is a new all-time high over here, right? All-time high. So, and it's back into this longer-term target box to the upside. So, still bullish as of right now. Possible bearish divergence, too early to say. The Russell 2000 has not made a new all-time high yet, so could be lagging. And then let's get in Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures lagging actual Ethereum spot because they had a buy signal yesterday. The futures has a pending buy signal today, so it's 1 day behind on that. You can see the gap there at $3,000. We've talked about it. We covered it. The dollar's flat today. VIX is down, which is good for the bulls. So if you're in any long positions, you definitely want to see the VIX come down, right? And the monthly chart is no longer pending a buy signal for the second, maybe the third consecutive month. It definitely was pending a buy signal in August. It was definitely pending a buy signal in September. I think it was pending a buy signal for a short period of time in July, but I can't remember. If someone can remember, so it could just take some time to play out, right? So if it does end up closing and breaking back above this downward trend, this is based off of the log chart, so it looks a little weird. But if it does, break back above the 200-week moving average and down, we could see another spike up. Definitely could see another spike up to fill that gap at $36, maybe beyond, right? Maybe beyond. So could be October, November, December, January, March, who knows, right? 2025, who knows? But we could see another big spike up on the VIX. And at that point, maybe the market is correcting. And maybe the narratives play out at that point of the 50 basis point correction, the economy correction, the housing correction, the credit card the consumer credit cards are out of control. The blah 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 blah. All the things that are going on and being talked about out there. Maybe that all plays out. We'll just keep an eye on the charts, right? Me, all of that, right? Magnificent Seven, where we at? NVIDIA down 1%. We don't know if it's going to put in a lower high or not. We'll see. We will see. We will see. We'll see. If it does, then look out below, right? Then look out below. Meta making new all-time highs. Breaking news, right? Breaking news. Meta is making new all-time highs over here. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. This longer-term target, similar to the Dow Jones, has been hit, and it is ultra bullish right now. However, it's possible it puts in additional bearish divergence. So just being aware of that. But right now, the weekly chart is bullish. A long time ago, we had these longer term targets on, and it's still bullish on the weekly chart. You got longer term higher targets up there as well. So it's possible Meta just makes a run for it, similar to NVIDIA, right? So NVIDIA kind of went through a longer consolidation sideways, and then once it broke out, it just went straight up. So don't fight the trend, right? I wasn't shorting Meta whatsoever, right? Don't fight the trend. Just pointing out former all-time highs. A lot of similarities to NVIDIA, right? And then NVIDIA just went parabolic, right? Went parabolic. That'd be crazy if Meta did too, right? So Amazon, bullish on the weekly chart. This was a bull trap. Came all the way back down close to the 200-week moving average. Now it's bullish again, right? So bullish again on the still has not retested the 200-week moving average on Amazon since end of 2023. Looks a little bit different than Apple. We'll get into that. Microsoft. This is a weekly chart. We'll see. We'll see. Bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily chart, somewhere in between. Tesla getting closer and closer to filling that gap over there. We'll see what happens. Back above the 200-week moving average, though. That is another positive sign for investors. Apple making a move. Had a buy signal yesterday, right? Back above the trailing dots. We'll see what happens. Let's see the weekly chart. Still has not retested the 200-week moving average since January 2019. Doesn't mean it will, right? Still bullish over there. We'll see what happens if it makes a new all-time high or not. A candle close back above $230 on the weekly chart is bullish. So we'll see. What else? Google. Still below the trailing dots on the weekly chart, but on the daily chart, we already talked about this as a possibility. We'll see. Or it could just flip bullish, right? SPY made new all-time high. Closed higher. Could be bearish divergence. Too early to say. We already covered all that. QQQ, IXC. That's basically about it. Let's go back over here. What else? What else? HUT has only hit one target so far, letting the trending dots kind of catch up over there. Got a small gap up there. Probably same is true for all the rest of them. Lemonade, we're already 34 minutes. We got, what do we got? One request. Gold. So Lemonade, maybe it's finding support at the trending dots over here. Still got this gap at $22. See what happens on Lemonade. What else? Haven't looked at the Filecoin versus BTC or Near versus BTC in a while. Let's take a look at them. Sand, Mana, breaking news. Mana versus BTC. Let's see. Could be finding bottom over here. Pending buy signal on Mana versus BTC. Solana versus BTC. Pending buy signal. Doge. ADA. Dot. Rarible. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? 10-year yield. Bullish divergence on the 10-year yield. So could be getting a retracement on some rates, right? So we'll see what happens. Could be catching a bounce, right, on 10-year yield. PayPal. PayPal was ultra bullish yesterday, not as bullish today, but still bullish on the daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, not yet. 3-week chart has a pending buy signal. We talked about this. We covered all this. What else? Unity Software. It's possible that the bottom is in on Unity Software. This is the daily chart. It's been battling it, but the higher time frames are still bearish. So could take time for the ship to get turned around, right? Could take time for the ship to get turned around, go through a bottoming phase. Could be a painful bottoming phase. We don't know. But that's the TA I would do on Unity Software. It's possible the bottom is in. Pending buy signal on the weekly chart. That's another positive. It's starting to be a grown-up asset with a 200-week moving average, right? Got all these downward trend lines. So if it plays out like similar to PayPal, it could take some time for it to play out and then, come up like that, right? So we'll see. We don't know, but Unity Software is the bottom in, similar to PayPal back on August, right? We don't know for sure. Could take some time for the ship to get turned around for the higher time frames. Let's take a look at the 2-week chart. 2-week chart. Let's see. 3-week chart. 4-week chart. Yes. Maybe it takes a couple months, right, for the ship to get turned around, but maybe not this long. Something like that. What else? What else? Litecoin? Man, I haven't seen Litecoin in a long time. I haven't looked at Litecoin in a while. Could be breaking out in the near future, similar to the other altcoins. What else? That's grayscale Litecoin, though. That's about it. That is about it. There's gold. There's gold. Yep. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Doc. I was lazy with it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. This is like the cup and handle target over here at 2,800. But there were so many reasons why price could come in this area, right? Drawn way back out here. That I was just lazy to draw all those targets out. So weekly chart is bullish. 2-week chart is ultra bullish. 3-week chart is ultra bullish, right? You can kind of zoom out, kind of see all that, right? Monthly chart is ultra bullish, right? So there's that. So there's a lot of reasons why price could come up into this target area upon breaking out, right? At the end of last year. And here we are, right? So we're not really taken by surprise whatsoever. It's ultra bullish. When there will be a correction eventually. When, we don't know. Until then, it's in an uptrend. This is the monthly chart. Let's see. Should we flip it to log? Right, there's log. So if you're going to do the monthly chart, probably should be on log. So there you go. There's that. So breaking out from there, right? Ish, right? If you've been following for any length of time, these targets, they're whatever. But yeah, that's what I kind of see. Gold making new all-time highs. Never been this high before. Got targets going all the way up to 3,600. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it doesn't happen all at once. So there you go. There you go. Let me get off log though. Let me get off a log. Log. What else? What else? Yep. Been making new all-time highs since basically $2,100. So for almost a year now, just making new all-time highs. So woo-wee. It's been a long time in the making, right? So if you go all the way back to September 2011, it was just under $2,000, and it was around that $2,000 for a very long time, right? Talking 12 years. 12 years in the making. So it didn't really do much. Didn't really do much for 12 years. Crazy. I mean, it had a big move down. That was a good time to like buy back here. And then after that, so it takes time. So that's why I don't buy and hold, because if it peaked out here, it would take you, for it to make a new all-time high, and to be worth anything. If you bought up here and didn't sell because you got caught up in the hype, all the way to like for you to be positive again, talking 12 years, right? That's why I don't buy and hold. I'd rather sell and then get back in and then swing trade it back up, right? So there you go. Disney. Okay. Yep, Disney's right here. It's flat today. Let's look at the daily chart. I went off log, right? Yep. Okay. Yep. We talked about it yesterday. There we go. Oh, I heard the baby crying. She's fine. Wife's on baby duty. She takes Fridays off now. Nanny's off on Fridays. Wife duty on Friday. But when she needs a break or needs to catch up on work, then we'll hire the nanny for Friday as well. But right now, wife's on baby detail. So what else? 43 minutes. We're about there. That's Disney. Not much else to report. Caesar, we covered this the past few days. The buy signal, the breakout, weekly chart. No buy signal yet, but maybe the next week or two we'll also have a buy signal on the weekly chart. So we'll see. Google, already covered it. Yep. Lawrence, what up, Lawrence? Welcome back. Usually you're on the not usually. You're usually on the live stream, but you said you were on the replay crew recently. Shout out to Lawrence. Not only is he on the YouTube app, he's also smashing the like button, commenting, and on the Twitter X app as well. So I appreciate all of your efforts over there, Lawrence. Thank you. Help me. I appreciate that. All the support out there. And with that, we'll keep the live streaming, keep going. Hope you able to have a good weekend, spend some time with friends and family, get outside, get some of that natural vitamin D, right? Get that natural vitamin D out there. It's nice. Looks nice. Partly cloudy. Partly cloudy out here in Southern California, Orange County. So there you go. With that, we will see you on the next live stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Adios.